All right. Welcome to the week. Today is what? Thursday? Thursday. It's already Thursday. All right. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Great to see you here. So excited to see you here. Um, all right. So today is Thursday. We're trading in the evaluation. We did actually take a another trade off stream after the stream yesterday, which brought our evaluation up to around $200 in profit on there. So it puts us about 10% of the way to earning that funding on our first day of trading. Pretty great. We also traded the FOMC in the simulator yesterday. Once the FOMC meeting happened at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and dude, we made over 4K in less than 8 minutes. It was insane, the volatility of it all, and so it's kind of interesting to see what the market is actually doing today. So I'll just show you that area here. So we're kind of testing the area that it hit yesterday, which is 4,300, and we hit around 4290s in what's like 7 a.m. or so. So a little bit earlier, and yesterday we traded all through this. So we were trading through this area here on the simulator yesterday, and just look at these rips. I mean, this was just insane. So this was right here, right at the beginning of the meeting, 11 o'clock. 2 p.m. or so, we had this huge green candle that wicked up here and then ran all the way back down, just to come right back up, have three really huge green candles, and we actually made about 2K or so through this rip here. We I don't think we took a short through this pullback, but we did take another long here, which made us a K, and then we took another couple of longs through here that made us like 250 or 300 or something like that. Anyway, we ended up in the simulator just through this period here to this period here. We ended up at like 4,300. And then I think we took a trade in here that ended up losing like 250, like right at this spot. And then we took another trade here that ended up making like 150 or something like that. So we ended up somewhere around like $4,200 in profit on the simulator. But we also took a one evaluation trade right here yesterday that brought us up to $200. Took 3 ticks off of the market. And so in the simulator, you can see we're up $197.68 total in our evaluation. That's the 100K plus the 197. So our goal is to roughly hit about $200 today, and get us about 10% more to that goal, so that we'll be at around 20%. Profit target is $2,000 total over 10 trading days. So that's the profit target of the evaluation. That's what we're going to be working on today. I sent an email yesterday that said that we're not going to be trading in the TOS simulator on here anymore. We're just going to be focused solely on utilizing Tradeovate, because Tradeovate is where we're actually earning that funding, and so we're going to be focused on utilizing Tradeovate software, mastering the candle movement on that, because candles, they move different on different charts and on different software. So hence why Tradeovate. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're at today. You can see off that FOMC meeting yesterday. This was, what time is this? So this is like kind of later, like 12:45 yesterday. Off that FOMC meeting, we had this huge rip, and it just gave back all of its gains. It hits at this 4,300 level, was really what I would call resistance. And this 4,300 level has been resistance a couple of times recently. So we'll want that to be there, and let's extend that out. And we've pretty much we had this whole bearish movement where we retraced a lot of this stuff, came all the way back down to this 4265 level, and now we pulled back all the way down to that. Our lows are 4258. Had some rips up today, testing that 4,300 level from yesterday's FOMC meeting, and right now we're in kind of a pullback period at this 7:30-ish area. Be looking for around 8 o'clock, which is 11 o'clock market time. Probably just a trend reversal in that area. That's usually where we see a volume increase. Just do some tech analysis here, and basically I'm looking for these like support and resistance areas. You can see this had a tiny little bit of resistance and pullback, mounts off 35, and then down here we've got this. I'm going to move this up slightly. Down here we've got this was a resistance here, which actually pulled back and acted as support off this ABCD pattern. Again, support here and a support a third time right in this area. After it broke through that support, acted as resistance and came up there. I'm gonna throw in one more analysis line here, which is right at like 42.87. I'm actually gonna bump that down to like 42.86.50, right in that range. Don't actually take. Okay, and then down here on the bottom side, let's get some analysis going here. We've got multiple data points at this spot. So when I'm doing these trend lines, I'm just looking for multiple data points. So you can see like here's the data point here, came up, tapped that. And then that on that same line, here's a data point here, came down, tapped it, and bounced. Again, same data point. And I'm looking for areas. I'm not looking for specific, specific dollar amounts necessarily. I'm looking for an area of support and an area of resistance. I think it's really important that I define it that way because a lot of people get really stuck on like, oh, there's resistance at 4,273 and 50 cents. Well, it's really kind of like an area of resistance between like 42.72 and like 42.75, etc. And it's that area of resistance that we need to be aware of. So after this trend reversal, right around here, which was around the open or so. No, this is at 5 o'clock, 5:08 in the morning. So it was at 8 o'clock market time. In our open, where's the open? Opens here. So we actually dropped at the open, and we've been dropping since the open. But VWAP is following it down, so that's a good thing. Because with VWAP following the trend down, as opposed to coasting a little bit higher up, this actually tells us that. Excuse me. It doesn't tell us about the yawns. It tells us that we could be seeing a trend reversal soonish. I think that one of the biggest, and you've heard me talk about this in the past, one of the biggest trend reversals that we can look for is the 50, the green line crossing above the 200 SMA, which is this red line here. The 50 is an EMA, by the way. And if you guys don't know what the difference is, an EMA is an exponential moving average that weights the more recent candles more heavily, as opposed to a simple moving average, which is just a smooth moving average over an equal amount of candles. So 200 moving average, simple moving average, gives equal weight to all 200 candles that it is interpreting that data for, whereas a 50 EMA gives less weight to, say, the last 40 candles and more weight to the last 10 candles, so to speak. Okay, so right now we're coming up and we're testing the VWAP. We've got the TTM turning yellow. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see our indicators here look like they're starting to push upward. We are testing that VWAP there. I would have liked to have taken a long through that VWAP. Go for a quick long here off of 42.73. I wanted to get in on that VWAP bounce there, and it just ended up running past us. That's the trade I was hoping to get. I'm trying to get faster. Whoa, trying to get a little faster at this. Joining the bid here.
Order filled.
Looking for 3 ticks up.
Order filled.
Got that 3 ticks. Okay, so we are up 66.28 on the day. So just to clarify, 3 ticks at 2 contracts were $75 minus our 66.28. So we paid $8.72 in fees. So then that puts us up what 263.96 on our evaluation. Now we're looking at the 200 SMA here as resistance, and we're seeing a little bit of a pullback off of that. If you've heard me talk about the 200 before, it's a very strong resistance level. And basically trades like this is exactly the type of trades that we're utilizing in this strategy. I really wanted to take this off of the VWAP, but that's okay. But this definitely would have been a multi-tick trade. I mean, look at that, 42.73 all the way up to 42.78. I mean, that $5, that's like 40 ticks. 5 or 20 ticks. Sorry, it's 20 ticks at $25 each tick. If with 2 contracts, so it would have been a $500 trade if you were to capture the whole candle. Remember, it's not our intention to capture the whole candle. Instead, our intention is like if we can capture a trade or 2 on that candle, that's what we're after. So game plan today is we're going to trade smart, we're going to trade patient, and we're going to watch for momentum moves. And if we get a momentum move and a pullback, that's usually our entry point, and we're looking for a bounce off that little pullback. You got the email mentioning the software. Yeah, that's exactly my point, Tiny. I just figure, Tradeovate gives you a 2-week free trial of the software each and every time. So even if I don't happen to be in evaluation, I can. I don't care if I got to make a million Smurfs. Hopefully, it never gets to that. But I can basically just Smurf an account and have another one. For those who don't know what Smurf means, it just means to make another account that you don't really intend to use, as your main account. So essentially, if you have 5 emails, you can sign up for 5 different accounts, etc. So, but the intention is to just continue to use this software and get better at it. This would have been a nice trade through that area. So we had this pullback off this 200, and then a little bounce up there. Just because of my risk tolerance, I'm going to hang back a little bit. I'm looking for ones that are really big, really obvious like this. And even though this looks like it seems like it could be a decent trade through here, I'm gonna sit back and hold it just because my heart's still pounding from this one, and I'm still getting accustomed to trading and having my heart not be so like which I don't get when I'm in the simulator, but when I'm trading futures, I tend to get, and I don't seem to get it when I trade stocks, but I used to for a very long time. So hence why. Got a flag on this, very evident flag. We've got a pretty strong movement on the TTM. It's just that 200 resistance that we're running into that I'm a little sketched out about, and we got this doji at the top, which could mean a pullback, but this definitely is a flag, very obvious flag. You get the pole here, and we got the pendant shape. So high probability of an upward momentum move, but I won't be taking that because, again, this is not stocks, and with futures, it could essentially, this move right here could have taken me out of my entire evaluation. So that's why I'm not taking this move yet. Basically, my philosophy on flags is there's no such thing as a bull flag. There's no such thing as a bear flag. There's no such thing as a bull pendant or a bear pendant. Instead, what these things represent is a momentous move is about to take place. Um, and whether that momentous move is to the upside or to the downside is yet to be determined. As you can see, this was somewhat of a momentous move, just even at the end of this flag. And this is a bull pendant. This shape here, but you would expect it to go up from there, and it didn't. It went down. It's still maintaining in this range, so this flag is still continuing. But had I taken that for the breakout, wouldn't have worked. And so this is the exact reason why on flags or pendants I tend to sit out and I wait for their move to actually happen, and then take some moves after that or take them on top of that. This could be the breakout move. It could just be more consolidation at the end of this flag. So that's kind of my philosophy on flags and pendants, and that philosophy is rooted in experience because a large percentage of the time, more than I'm comfortable with, maybe even if it's like 30% of the time, those flags or those pendants would be false and they would fail. So hence why that became my philosophy. This is looking kind of strong. Honestly, I do think that this pendant will break out, but it's a matter of when, and it's a matter of how strong that it happens to break out. So, so that was a lot of mouthful, a lot of talking. We did take one trade already, up 66.28 on our evaluation today. That puts us up 263 or so in the eval, and our goal is to hit our goal is to hit 2K. So we're up 263 out of the 2K. We are about 13% to our goal, and so yeah, we're doing it. Just getting a little bit closer each time. Yeah, this is exactly why I don't trade these pendants or flags a lot of the time. You can see it's getting stronger on the TTM, so I still think that we have a chance at pushing this, but this might even take a while. It might even end up breaking out once the 50 crosses over the 200, and it might take that long. I could scalp through here, but again, I'm looking for something that that can be a little bit more reliable to me. I honestly could have got like 4 or 5 ticks on this, or even more, which would have been closer to like $100. But that was a nice move from 76 to 78. That's 8 ticks. That'd be $200 on 2 contracts. Looks like we might get a breakout through that 200. It's looking pretty close. All right. Yeah, that would have been a nice trade right there. Just from like 79 up to 80. Whew. Yeah, I'm working on it, Tiny. It's a process, and honestly, like it messed with my nerves a lot. To be completely honest about it, I end up taking a lot less trades in the simulator. I take way more, and I have that profitability in the simulator. But when it comes to the actual evaluation itself, there's a psychology component that I'm not fully connected with yet. And the more I understand it, and the more I can act on it, the more accurate I'll become. But this definitely would have been a nice move through that area. And and I absolutely should have taken some trades through there, didn't, and I think, to me, that's its own lesson. On the 5 minute chart, however, the 50 is above the 200. The 9 is just getting above the 12. We're looking pretty nice on the 5 minute chart. Honestly, this could continue to break out. Pulling this out a little bit. Wanted to get in right there at like 42.82 for that little pop, but it looks like that doji right here, I don't know, might get a pullback to the 200. It's funny. I take so many less trades in the eval than I do in the simulator. Like I would have traded this whole thing in the sim. But I'm trying to be hyper accurate with these, and also at the same time not just have really like maintain very high accuracy, but not get hit with the drawdown in the middle of it, because I've had a lot of trades where it draws down a whole bunch, I cut it, and then it comes right back up, and that's always very frustrating because I put myself in a position to where I lost money in the eval, and now I've got to make it up, and so that's never a position that I want to be. Got the little the little curly finger, whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But it's essentially like a shape like that. It's kind of like almost like an upside down U. This may form a little like a micro U-shaped pattern and then break up a little bit more. That was a nice move that I really wish I took advantage of at least one or two trades through that. Did I get good sleep? I did okay on sleep. I'm just catching up. So I've noticed when in paper trade, the ES doesn't always move in 25-cent increments, but the bid and ask, so it's confusing a little. Are you paper trading in TOS? Okay, I'm just ready for an eval. Just not ready for an eval yet. Yeah, it makes sense. Way more practice and patience. All that stuff takes so much time and so much effort and all that type of stuff to learn. You yawn when I do. Yeah. So in TOS, like, do you have real time on your paper trading? Do you have real time turned on? If you don't, you can request it from TOS, and they can set you up with it. I believe you have to have $500 in a live account in order for them to provide real time data in your paper trading. 2, 3, 4 red candles. We should be poised for a green candle soon. With this many reds, my thought was that it would come back and test the 200. We drop below that, but we may come right back up to break through the 200. The fees basically seem to be about 872. Essentially 436 in, 436 out. That's for 2 contracts, so it's like 218 a contract, I think. But when we did the 3 ticks, we got 6628 out of it, so it's 872. And if it's 25 and you do the 872, you end up with 1628, which also tracks. So the fees aren't bad. Pretty much no matter what you do, you're going to make profit if the trade works out. So, yeah, real time. Had real time since when you could get it when only $50 deposited. That's cool. That's nice. So, all right. So up a little bit in our evaluation, up to 63.96 in the evaluation. Profit target is 2K. We're at about 13% of our goal. Getting some cool down here on the TTM. Taking my time to trade slowly. I definitely, like I said, wish I would have taken some trades through here or even shorted right here off of this high. Look at that. So we drew that resistance level in way back here, and it came up, hit the exact point on the resistance before turning back around. And remember that support and resistance are areas of support and areas of resistance. They're not exact most of the time. And in addition to that, too, a lot of times when a support level can become a resistance level and vice versa. A resistance can become support. A lot of people think that if it's labeled a resistance, it will forever be resistance, but it can also turn into support as well. So got a couple viewers in here. If y'all wouldn't mind taking the time to like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, it really does help. Also, guys, if you want to trade in an evaluation simulation like this, where you can actually earn up to $300,000 in funding, y'all can check out Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding is super dope. This is a program that I've been using to earn my funding in the futures market. And right now you can use promo code JSBEST to get 50% off lifetime. So that 50% off will go forever. And personally, I think the 50K evaluation is one of the best, highest values on the market right now. With that 50% off, you can get this for $72.50. You get a max drawdown of $2,000, which is pretty huge, and a profit target of only $3,000. You can take 8 contracts of the ES or 80 micros, but that 8 contracts, if you're doing just 5 contracts off one tick, it's worth $62.50 off one accurate trade with 5 contracts. So you can see how you can hit this 3K pretty quickly. We've been able to do this in the simulator in a day. A couple of times now. So utilizing that 5 contract method, so just 5 contracts, scalping one tick. And after you got through with your fees, you'd be at 43.60 in fees. Is that right? I think I might be overstating. But yeah, nonetheless, the 50K evaluation is probably, in my opinion, one of the best ones out there. You guys can use promo code JSBEST to get 50% off for life. But you can actually earn funding all the way up to 300K. The promo code works on every product here with the exception of the fast track evaluations. And that's just because the fast track evaluations, you see, they're very inexpensive. For $75, you can earn up to 100K. You have smaller drawdowns a lot of times, but and larger profit targets, but essentially it's very inexpensive to be able to earn funding in a much larger account size. So check out promo code check out Elite Trader Funding. Use promo code JSBEST. In addition to that, guys, use the link in the description. Also, with the links in the description, there's everything from Webull. If you trade stocks, options, and crypto, they'll give you 6 free stocks just for signing up. our email newsletters down there in case you guys want reminders of these streams, as well as content that I don't share anywhere else in there as well in those emails. Like today, we emailed about the FOMC meeting and our results from yesterday. And then we're also going to be talking about entrepreneurship and other factors like that. So if that's something you guys are interested in, join the email list. And of course, it's free to join. We never charge for any of that type of stuff. And lastly, there's a PayPal donation button in the description in case you guys want to support the channel directly. All that stuff, I appreciate it. But just showing up here, liking, subscribing, that stuff helps the channel grow. It tells YouTube that, hey, we're actually showing up. We're actually doing something that people care about. So thank you, everyone who is here right now. We're looking at taking some more trades. We gave back, so you can see we bounced up through this level. We had this flag on the play. The 200 acted as support. We broke through that 200, but came up and hit resistance here at this 42.82 and pulled all the way back to the 50, bounced off the 50 quite well, actually. And now the 50 and 35 are kind of battling the 200 right now. Right now, we bounced off the 50, we pulled back, we bounced off the 35, and we seem to be getting pretty good movement now in this area. TTM is stacking to the downside. I wish that on Tradeovate here, I wish I could manipulate the charts in the same way that I manipulate the charts on TOS. And I say that because I want to be able to see these indicators better, just more clearly. TTM is currently... There we go. That's a little easier. TTM is currently at like not even around 1. I guess I should have taken that pullback. 8 seconds on this candle. 7, 5, 4. Might get another rip up through the 200 moving average. I'd be looking for a pullback on this one, potentially an entry off of the 9. Nope, not going to get that. So I'm going to try to go for an entry here at 42.79.
Order filled.
Hands over the cover button.
Order filled.
All right, we got that. That's another 66 in our pocket. So we're up 132.56 on the day. $300, or sorry, is that 330? Yeah, okay. Visual impairment from the brain injury. Look at that pullback. Wow. Okay, so we're at 330 out of our 2,000. So we're at 16.5% to earning funding. Big pullback off of that. I'm really grateful that we didn't get caught in that. But we did get a nice trade right here off this upwick. Whew, that right there, like, look at that, man. That's the risk. That's the risk in trading futures. That's the risk in trading anything. But futures in particular, I do see movement like that all the time. That's why I'm so focused on trading safe. That's really kind of everything to me. I'm really, really focused on trying to have it be as safe as I possibly can. Yeah, you're welcome. I love the candle countdown. Wish TOS had it. Yeah, I like that as well. The candle countdown up in the top left of Tradeovate, I think, is really helpful. Because once it gets to like 15 seconds or 10 seconds, I'm not taking a trade. I'm waiting for that next candle. I do have the clock in TOS where it's showing me the seconds that are ticking, and I just sort of add up. But it's just easier when it's down. This is like one less thing that your mind needs to figure out, in the process. So we've taken 2 trades today. We're up 132.56. Our goal is about 200, but I also don't want to push. I'm very, very hesitant to push too far, too fast. I do have FOMO for not trading this, but that's okay. Really grateful that we got out on that because man, that rip down was pretty heavy and pretty solid too. Uh, this right here, this 1226. Well, with right now with this 26 crossing over the 12, this is looking a lot more bearish. That pullback there was really big, and now I'd be looking potentially for the 50 to act as resistance. If the VWAP continues to act as support, then that would be awesome in order to get more bullish moves. But I actually am seeing this potentially breaking back down. And if it does break down, I think it might break down to about this area here, the 4260s. Honestly, a short through this area doesn't look bad, especially if we get short off of like 4272 or so, like right here. Like if we short off about that spot, that would be the entry. I'm not taking it at the moment because I don't know. This is just going to go the opposite direction. Like that would be 2 ticks up. We'd be down. That'd be 3. I think this is going to continue downward, but right now I don't trust it. It's too close to the VWAP. Could easily just rip back up and test the VWAP and all that. Essentially, just become choppy. But what I'm really looking for is these kind of rips, these like momentous moves. That's what I'm really looking for. We didn't take it off of this one, even though that would have been a really nice trade. And this flag did end up working out, at least for that moment. But a lot of flags they really don't. So that's why I'm so hesitant. That's why I stopped taking flag plays a long time ago. Just because market makers know that traders are looking for flags, and a lot of times they push them down. So that's what I talk about right here. That we may get a retest of the VWAP. That's why I didn't take that short. Because I actually thought it looked like a pretty decent short if it continued. And the TTM shows us that we may continue. Our indicators show us that we're going to continue. We've got the 9 below the 12 with the 35 crossing below 12. This is basically the exact same strategy we use in reverse on the long side. It just looks like it's going to go short. The reason why I'm not taking any trades is because we're basically at the VWAP. If we pulled back even further, maybe down to like 4271, I may be willing to take some shorts off of that. I think 4272 is a really important spot too, like right here in this area. But right now, yeah, you got TTM going yellow. This could easily just rip right back up. So I'm right now, I'm not looking to get into any positions at this particular point in time, not until I see something that looks better. We've taken 2 positions so far. This one here, where we got 3 ticks on this big rip, and this one here where we got 3 ticks on this. What looked like it was going to be a big rip, and it was a big rip just to the downside. Luckily, we were able to get out with profit. We got out like practically at the very top of that candle. And so, in my opinion, that it was a skilled trade, but at the same time, it was also a trade that involved a lot of luck. So, and I think it's really important to acknowledge that. I think it's really important to acknowledge when luck plays a pretty strong factor in whether or not you're profitable, because luck is not bankable. Skills and strategies are. So I think it's really important to be able to acknowledge that, because if you don't, you could lure yourself into a false sense of security and end up taking swings when you shouldn't. So I think it's really important to acknowledge what is luck and what is skill, and how much of it is luck and how much of it is skill. So I think that's incredibly important if you plan to be a successful trader. Successful trading is dramatically more psychology than people give it credit for. I think that my philosophy is that we must continue to expand our psychology. We must continue to expand our understanding of ourselves and our understanding of why did I take that trade? Why did it work out? Why did it fail? We must continue to understand those things, and that's not something that you basically do a couple of times when you're new. That's something that I've been doing trading now for 3 years. I've been trading for 3 years, actively anyway, and I still do that. I still take the time to reflect on that trade. What worked, what didn't work, why did it work out, why did it not work out? Was it just luck? Was it just dumb luck of why it worked? Or was there a real decision involved? Was there a real trade plan involved? I believe that that stuff is so crucial to becoming better as a trader. But not just that. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is super important. Your attitude determines your altitude in life, and I firmly believe that. And I think that having a positive outlook about your trading is also incredibly important. So grateful that we didn't take that short off that 42.72 level, because we did just retrace the VWAP. TTM is on the turnaround here, still negative 2.5, 2.6 on the TTM. And we may see a pullback to this like VWAP level, but it honestly looks like we're going to retest the 200 moving average. Where's our green EMA? Sometimes I lose it in the colors. So the green and the cyan are pretty much in the same exact spot. I want to see the 9 cross above the 12. That's the cyan, and that'll give us an upward move, at least for a few ticks. Honestly, this looks like it's going to come back up. If I pull back here, this is almost like its own flag right here. Yeah, look at that. There's that channel. You can see it pretty easily, actually. The 9 and the 12 are about the same spot. That the 9 and the 12 did cross above the 50. How much time we got left from this candle? 20 seconds. Yeah, I was gonna say that I can see this thing popping up. Let's see, off of 42.76.50. I would have filled there. Nine, just barely above the 12. I might expect like a small pullback here before another rip up. TTM almost turned around. Yeah, trader psychology is super important. So speaking, trader psychology is super important. Importante. Help me be a better person overall. Me as well. I'm grateful I came from a background that was really focused a lot on driving personal growth with entrepreneurship. If you hang out in the entrepreneurship circles, negative attitude is just not accepted. It's like culturally not accepted. Like if you show up with a negative attitude, like no one's gonna want to work with you. But not just that, like you're gonna have a lot of people that are just trying to be like, yo, it's not that bad. Like we understand we're entrepreneurships, we go through hard times, etc. So it's just I'm grateful that I even came from that background. This 1 minute hammer candle looks like a nice breakout here. TTM about to flip. Where could I get in? 42.77 looked like a good entry point, but we're well past that. Gonna see about getting in right here off of
Order filled.
an entry. Look for 3 ticks push. We're like right at it. Gonna exit.
Order filled.
Basically got out flat, which might have cost us some fees. So our entry was $42.78.25, and our exit was the same. So basically, we just paid some fees on that, which honestly looked like kind of a lot. Let's jump into our so it considered it a break-even trade, but when we factor in the fees on that, essentially we lost like $9. That puts us up 123 or so on the day. Oh man, could have held it. 123.84. Should have held right through. That's essentially the push I was looking for. I cut it because it looked like it was turning back around. Gonna look for an entry off of 42.81.
Order filled.
Crap. I hit exit because I was going to flatten it. That just costed us money. That costed us $30. That sucks. I hit exit because I was going to flatten it because I didn't feel comfortable with the trade. So that puts us up 90 on the day. Still in profit, but not like in the last few minutes of that. Honestly, I really just should have held through these. So not super happy with that. I can already tell that I'm getting decision fatigue pretty quickly. And as a result of that, I think that I may shut down. So we're 45 minutes into this stream. We're up $90 on the day. I think I'm going to take my profit. I'm going to walk away. Our max peak of the day was up $132. And so I think that I could continue to trade, but in my opinion, I made a bad decision here and I made a bad decision here. So those two bad decisions, while they did end up costing me a little bit of money, it definitely could have ended up a lot worse. These absolutely would have been positive trades if I were to just let them play out. But this one here, I actually tried to stop the trade from happening entirely, and we got filled at that exact moment. So this one here, however, this was basically, I didn't know if it was going to just flush back down. So we cut it as a result of that. And frankly, I probably should have taken a further step back, but I think I was just looking like too in depth at the chart, and I think that is a result of my decision fatigue that I can tell is beginning to happen. But if you guys want to trade like me, if you guys want an opportunity to actually earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are really awesome, great customer service. You do get a free reset at the rebill. So if you guys don't want to pay for resets, stuff like that, you can wait for your rebill. It'll automatically reset for you. So you don't have to pay necessarily for resets. And if you guys use promo code JSBEST, you'll get 50% off for life on any of the products that are available here, minus the fast track evaluations. These are not included, but everything else is. So they have the static drawdown one, which is the one that I'm doing. The static drawdown evaluation is basically, it's a flat $625. The drawdown never moves, and you just build on top of that, which I think is pretty cool. There's also the 50K eval, which I personally think is one of the best values on the market today. For $72.50, you can have a $2,000 drawdown available to you with a $3,000 profit target and take 8 contracts. With that 8 contracts, this gives you the ability to earn quite a bit pretty quickly. So check out Elite Trader Funding. Use the link in the description. That helps support the channel. It does provide an affiliate commission to us, very small affiliate commission, but all those things go to helping us grow and develop this channel. Additionally, you can use the promo code JSBest to get that 50% off. On top of that, guys, everything that's in all the links in the description all goes to support the channel. You can join our email list. You can use our PayPal donation button and donate directly to the channel. And in addition to that, you can sign up for Webull if you like trading options, crypto, or stocks. We trade in Webull every day. We traded in Webull earlier today. I think it's really great software. I love that they're web-based software, and as well as Mac and PC. So you can actually trade anywhere that you have access to the web. And that's one thing I really, really like about them. So even if you don't have your software on you or your computer on you, you can actually just log in online and trade online, and it works equally responsive, carries your layouts over. Webull super dope. And just by signing up, you'll automatically be green because you'll get 6 free stocks when you sign up using my link in the description. Yeah, take the money and run. That's exactly what I'm going to do, Tiny. I already gave back 40. That's enough for me. I'm not looking to give back any more. I thought we had some pretty good trades. Gratefully, our winning trades were bigger than our losses. Our losses were incredibly minimum. One of them was basically a break even. We lost out because of the fees. The other one was a loss of 1 tick plus fees. So hence why it equaled out to about $40 given back to the market. But I want to make sure that I lock in those profits, because my goal is to actually earn this funding, and I'm going to do whatever it takes in order to make that happen. So thank you everyone for showing up. Please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications. All that stuff tells YouTube that we're a worthwhile channel, and that we're showing up and that we're providing value, and it tells YouTube to suggest this channel to other people and helps us grow. We've grown to 105 subscribers. I'm really grateful for all 105 of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Let's bump it up to 1,000. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. That's 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time. We'll see you there. And I love and appreciate each and every one of you. You guys mean the world to me. My goal here is to provide you guys value, and I want to do that in any way that I possibly can. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Peace for now. I'm just going to leave that on the screen right there. All right. Love y'all.